Love Simon is about a 17-year-old boy named Simon Spier. What? Spier.
Spier.
What?
Spier.
Alright, let's try this again. What's up? My name's Tay, and today I'm going to be talking about the movie Love Simon. Love Simon is about a 17-year-old boy named Simon Spier, who seems like a normal teenager, he goes out for coffee with his friends and, pays for it every time, which I always thought was kind of weird. But anywho, Simon is currently dealing with his sexuality. He's gay, and he keeps that part of himself hidden for most of the film, until he starts talking to an anonymous boy named Blue. Blue and Simon communicate through email, never face to face. They start to develop a really trusting relationship. You can really see how much they start to like each other and understand each other as the movie goes on. Simon and Blue's relationship was going so well until Simon decides to email Blue at school on the school's computer, and then he ended up leaving his emails open for the entire school body to see. I'm not gonna fault him for it because I understand, I'm very forgetful myself, but god damn, why did they have to set up my baby like that? He did nothing wrong. For the most part of the film, Simon just minds his business. He's there for everyone until the infamous blackmail started. I was all for this movie until this scene, and there's a lot more to that. I really want to talk more in detail about this, so today I'll be telling you guys why I hate the movie Love Simon.
You think this is funny? Simon, look, I don't want to have to leak your emails.
All right, but I will. Look, you cannot bring Blue into this, okay? If he found out that my emails got leaked, he'd get totally freaked. All right, he'd never talk to me again.
Yeah, probably not.
First, I want to talk about how the movie refuses to acknowledge the importance of Abby's and Simon's friendship, and how that was one of the first things I noticed and had a problem with. Abby and Simon weren't friends for long, but Abby was one of the first persons Simon came out to face to face. From personal experience, it's a lot easier to be bold and courageous online than IRL. So Simon coming out to Blue was a lot easier for him to do than telling Abby face to face. Simon coming out to Abby was a monumental moment in Simon's life. He's going to remember this for the rest of his life. After Abby learned what Simon did to her, I couldn't shake this idea of her being selfish and nothing more. Like, why was she so quick to drop Simon as soon as she got the guy? This also leads to my next point. Why aren't his friends sticking up for him? I know he wronged them, but they just sat there while Simon and another guy named Ethan were targets of severely homophobic bullying.
This one's for you, Spier.
Hey, Ethan. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ethan, Simon likey.
They were literally sitting across the cafeteria while this was happening. I saw this one guy named Garrett who stood up for like a millisecond, then just to sit back down like he was gonna do something, but he chickened out. The fact that the drama teacher had to step in and stop the bullying really irks my nerves. There was a whole group of them and they just sat there and watched. They were making faces and whatever, but I'm still really disappointed in them. I would have said something. After that, Ethan and Simon were sent to the office to be apologized to, just to get this whole thing situated. The one thing I can't wrap my head around is that Ethan, a complete stranger to Simon, showed him more compassion than all of his friends combined. Like, his friends known him for years and they just sat there and watched their friend get bullied and embarrassed. My next reason why I hate this movie is that it spoiled its ending within its first 28 minutes. Like, why did they even show his face? There was no reason to show his face.
What the fuck?
My next point is the reason why Martin blackmailed Simon. Martin decided to blackmail Simon because he had a crush on Abby. Yes, you heard me clearly, because he had a crush on Abby. No other reason. Simon never wronged him. They hardly talked. It's just because he had a crush on Abby. Instead of changing his whack-ass personality, he decided to, let me just blackmail her best friend and that would give me brownie points in the end, right? And that carries over to my final reason why I hate this movie. The way they low-key try to redeem Martin in the end. Martin tried to say he's so sorry, he was pleading to Simon.
Can we talk?
I don't have anything to say.
No, please. I just wanted to say that I was sorry, okay? I didn't know or think that people still did shit like that. And I got in a lot of shit for homecoming, and I wanted everyone to focus on something else, I just didn't think it was going to be a big thing.
I don't care if you didn't think that my coming out was going to be a big thing, Martin. Look, you don't get to decide that.
And you know what's so stupid and backwards? That he didn't feel the least bit sorry when he took those screenshots. He didn't feel sorry for constantly hanging the possibility of outing him over Simon's head every chance he got. When Martin was writing that whole piece about outing Simon, and he included the screenshots that he took, and that's just evil. You can't redeem people like that. I'm sorry, but you can't redeem people like that.
Dear fellow Creekwood students, Simon Spier has a secret male pen pal because he's gay. Interested parties may contact him directly to discuss arrangements for butt sex. Ladies need not apply. We should all probably be talking about this instead of Martin Addison's homecoming debacle, which was actually kind of sweet and romantic if you think about it. Sincerely, Anonymous.
Sai, have you read it?
I can't talk right now.
No, Sai, wait.
I gotta go.
I think I've ranted enough about this movie for you all to understand how much I hate this movie. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment. I love reading comments. I'm working on the Victoria's video right now because I want to do right by the people who took the time out to comment these long comments. I would have made an update video on the Victoria's video a long time ago, but I didn't get enough interactions. Like, literally 6 months ago, this video had 4K views. That's it. And now we're sitting at like over 10K. And the amount of comments that it's getting, the amount of interaction, thank you guys so much for that. Also, don't forget to follow all my socials, Plain Teo on everything. Suggest some movies and shows you want me to talk about or just watch in general. I love making these types of videos. And lastly, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next week.